Good morning, good morning. Somebody had a question. Was it? Where was it? Oh, it was you. It was you. You had a question. Okay. Okay. Let's answer a couple of these questions. Let's grab a blank Bitcoin chart and get to these. Um, I suspect this probably goes to here. Before we leave this, I'll say that I suspect that probably goes to there. Let's double check that real quick. Let's double check that. Okay, not as confident. No, after double checking it, not as confident, but fairly confident. Yeah, yep, fairly likely. Fairly likely. There's some slight contradicting stuff on the chart, but I mean it's just this, right? Like that's always the concern. That's always the concern. But anyways, finally had some questions, so we're gonna answer some questions. I just want a blank Bitcoin chart. Where'd that go? Where'd that go? So it's like Bing X, perfect. Should work. Bing X should work. Bing X should work. Yeah, yeah. So it was. First question is why this and not this? And the main answer for that is, so my plan was here, right? My plan was here, but I talk about all the time. Um, I talk about all the time that if structure flips before my plan, then it is what it is, right? And I get that. In all reality, there's there's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with that. If you took that and got stopped out, I think you did a great job. I think you did a great job. Um, yeah, I really don't have a problem with it. Uh, here's, I, I mean, there's a couple of like cautions I could give you in here. One would be that you could look at this a couple of ways, and you could say like, okay, from this low to this low here, is that a break or is that an SFP, right? And it really hung out underneath there, kind of squiggle squaggling for long enough that it is likely a close below on many time frames. I lost our place. Let's go back. Where were we? Um, yeah, I mean it was a close below even on the 45, right? On the 90 minute, it was definitely a close below the prior swing point, right? And so if you had closed below this, then all of this is supply, right? And so it was just a little tougher there. I don't hate that trade. You know what I mean? Like I don't hate that trade, but this one here was Monday's low. This one here was Monday's low. And that was why I was more interested in that one. It's just purely because it was Monday's low. Then the second question was, when do you put stop loss to break even, right? When do you put stop loss to break even? Because Fine was saying that, hey, even if I had taken this, my stop loss would have been to break even before it had returned to this, right? Now, in probably, I don't know, half of the situations or so, I would say there's nothing wrong with your stop loss being at break even and getting knocked out at break even there. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'll give you the reason I didn't in a second, but let's just talk about, price gets up here, you set your stop loss to break even, it comes back for you. Okay. Um, all right. Well, then it comes up and breaks again, right? And then you go, oh man, well maybe I was oh, look at me, I'm a big fat dummy for putting my stop loss at break even. Um, there's nothing wrong with looking for an opportunity to re-enter the trade, right? Um, there's I would rather be cautious, man. Don't let the market take your money. I'd rather take 10 break even trades in a week than take a single loss, right? Like, no problem. Break even trades are great. I mean, they're not great if that's all you get for 2 months. It's super not fun, but break even trades are great. Now, here's the reason why I did not set my stop loss to break even. Whenever I'm looking at a situation, let's go ahead and turn this indicator off. And let's delete everything just in case whatever's 29 drawings, who cares what they are. Monday's low, right? This guy right here, Monday's low. So I knew we had this sort of larger range at play here. And I knew that inside of it we had Monday's low because we had marked both of these lows yesterday. You get the point. It doesn't want to cooperate, but you get the point, okay? Now, in a situation where where I'm dealing with a potential range rotation, if I'm dealing with a potential range rotation, I'm much happier um, to catch an L here. This is an area on the chart. Whenever these kinds of situations occur, this is an area where the potential risk to reward is so high that I'll send it. Like in other words, like if I'm trading mid trend, right? I'm trading somewhere mid trend. I'm going to look to secure that position, take profits a lot faster because I'm kind of in the middle of sort of nowhere, right? Like I'm not in an area where I don't know how else to say it. It's just kind of like mid trend, right? Like if I'm trading this, if I'm going long here, I'm absolutely like taking profit here. I'm setting my stop loss to break it even. I'm doing like all this stuff because I'm sort of trading mid trend. But in the event that I have a potential opportunity to catch a rotation from one side of the range to the other, I am way like 90% of the time way more likely to just send it and go, hey, if I get stopped here and take a loss here, it is what it is because this isn't, whereas typically, I'm looking for like about a 3R trade, like a 2.5 to 3R trade, right? And so risking a dollar to gain $2.50 or $3, all right, cool. But on a range rotation, I'm risking a dollar to possibly gain $8, right? To possibly gain $8. So my risk is the same, but my potential reward is so much greater when I'm at the extremity of a range that I am likely to say, you know what? Well, if this loses, it loses, because it's my like criteria, my risk criteria, if this makes sense, is I'm no longer risking, like in this case right here, I'm no longer risking $1 to make 2.5 or $3. I'm risking $1 to make like $8. So in that scenario, I'm like, yeah, the potential upside is so much greater in this area that I'm just gonna find out. If I'm right, I'm right, and if I lose, I lose. And so I'm looking for just, yeah, I'm looking, yeah, that's why it's like somewhat in a certain sense, I can look at it and I can say I just take on more risk here. On the outside of ranges, I will tend to take on more risk or leave myself exposed to more risk because the reward can be that much greater when you're in an area like that, right? So that's kind of how I approach it that way, and hopefully I think I answered all the questions. Let me make sure I didn't miss one. Why did you take the second trade instead of the first? When should stop loss be to break even? Cold feet, even here would have been around break even. Yeah, I think I more or less covered the questions there. Which again, I'm not saying that I'm right and you should do what I do. I'm just more or less telling you what I do and why I do it, right? Um, hmm. Well, that's not. I mean, that's not. There's no healthy reason to come here and then already be back down here challenging these lows, right? There's no great reason for that. If this is a range initiation mitigation, it should be continuation, and continuation typically doesn't look like this. So let's probably just wipe all this stuff and kind of start over in this area. We do have a little bit of a kind of a bear flag situation. We did definitely break some structure up in these areas, so there is definitely supply here. But weak low is actually where I struggle at. This chart's a little bit of a mess, but I'm just going to do what I can on here for now. Yeah, weak low is where I get to struggling. I guess that's your break, though. Guess that's your break. So I get to debate whether I want to short down to something like that. Interesting. Oh, it's too much shit on the chart now. God, I really need it. Can we I think I gotta delete this stuff. Got to delete some stuff. Let's get all that out of the way. Then let's go up to 10. Let's do the 15. So you have a 15-minute top in that area. I would be interested in a short out of here. So like here kind of says this sort of break says, starts to read strong low, weak high, right? But then this sort of break here kind of reverses that information and starts to make this look like strong high, weak lows. Kind of gives that vibe. We keep getting this Darth Maul behavior, this like fucking run to one side, run to the other side. It's quite annoying, actually. I will say that generally speaking, and I think anybody who's watching my streams would probably know this. Yeah, this hasn't been a lot of fun for Blueberry. No, really particularly has not been a lot of fun. Yeah, and we just continue to do shit like this, but it is super unfunning. Super unfunning. It's just unfun. It's just not fun. Just not fun. So let's get back down in here and let's give it some. Come on, brah. Come on. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go up. Let's go up. Price action has been kind of pathetic. Kind of pathetic. All right, so let's work this leg of price here. So break bullishly first. Here. Where am I? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember. Okay. So break bullishly. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. So you look at it kind of like a range from here to here. Boom. Let me sweep the top. Yeah, no, this is a problem. This is a problem. That'd be a problem, man. Oh, my neck. Give me just a minute and then we'll be open for questions. Debating to run something like this. With like a target one. Well, target would technically be here. Only hesitation is like, you flip bullishly here. And we just didn't build anything on the leg to actually break. Right? Like it didn't actually form a top up here. Didn't actually form a top. So the most you have to break is this guy, which hasn't broken yet, and it's a big sloppy fat mess anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to set an alert right here. And then just chill, right? We're gonna alert and chill. That's what I think. We alert and chill. Oh, am I not gonna chill that long? Probably wise to be aware of that entire zone. So the vast amount of your bullish volume from this range entered here. I don't know. Not my favorite. Not my favorite trade. Not my favorite trade. Definitely not my favorite. But I'll give it a small risk. I'll give it a small risk. And by small risk, I'm talking like, 0.5%, looking to secure immediately. And then we'll get open to some questions here. Yeah. Now let's see where I was with the chat bot, the chatteronis. I haven't even said good morning to everybody. How rude. All right. New to crypto. What's up, Danielle? Halogen the clown. I feel like I would have remembered that name had I seen it before. Top of the morning. Diamond Alchemy. Anthony Soprano, the OG. Luke, what's up? I'm having a pretty good morning. Let's see, what's a break structure for me? Would Ton be a good short right now? Sorry, I'm probably a little late on that. Did you take the rare short yesterday? We'll talk about that. H bar pump today off TikTok deal, hopefully. Interesting. Let's take a look at that one as well. And then let's see here. Ton. What was the deal with Ton? What was the deal with Ton? Let's take a look. Something about Ton, a good short right now. Well, oh no, likely not. Likely not. That didn't work, huh? Why did I want that spot so bad? Tisk, man. Tisk. Let's see where my problem here was. That was bad technical analysis, man. That was bad. That was not good. Yeah. This is your this is your low point. That is your high point. That is what I fucking missed. And that is what I missed there. The reason I say it's not a particularly great short at the moment is whether you look at it from here to here. That's actually how I would look at it. It's just you're kind of in discount. Like a better place to short would be some mitigation of this area. Something that looked a little bit more this and then like this. You have initiated, and it may just do that. It's totally possible. But you have not mitigated for a continuation yet. And yeah, so it's like if you enter short here, as far as I'm concerned, you could just steal this and put it to here. You could see retracement as far as 39 cents, possibly even a skosh higher than that prior to an ultimate fall. Yeah, it could go up. It could go up before it goes down. And so for that reason, I would prefer not to short it here, even though the direction may be clear. I don't think the entry is. I don't think that the entry is as clear as that. Now, obviously, you have a gap down here. And once you enter that gap, you're likely to fall through it pretty fast. But yeah, or take it off this. Take it off this. This would be the other one. Outside of shorting a market structure transition in that much larger area up there, I'd be right here in this zone with it. This is where this is much. Yeah, this is quite possible as well. And then at least fill that gap. Yeah, I would at least want to retest to this last. It's not the best looking order block. It's inside bar, right? Whereas this closed below this candle and that closed above that candle inside bar. But it's nonetheless supply. If you drop to like a 5 minute or wherever, you'll see a clear break there. Yeah, you'll see a very clear break there. But yeah, it's inside bar because it's this too. Whatever. Yeah, I'd still, yeah, I'd much rather from here to here. Yep. Yep, that's where I'd be. That's where I'd be on ton. And then rare. Let's go to the rare chart because the answer is both yes and no to your question. The answer is both yes and no. So the trade that I entered on yesterday was this one. And this is the trade I entered on yesterday, and I did that during the stream. Um, but if you recall, I said this is one where you're going to have to monitor BTC in conjunction with it. And once BTC swept Monday's low here and flipped structure, I had no choice but to pull the ripcord on this. Had to pull the ripcord. Had to pull the ripcord. So yes, I did take it, and yes, I got out before I got out before I got hurt. Got out before I got hurt. All right. So as soon as this goes below here, that is a stop loss to break even for me. And Soul, yeah, let's do Soul. Let's always do Soul. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites. Let's get this shit off of here real quick. Hold on, this is already such a mess. I can't handle it. I have to clean some stuff up here. Make that go away. All right, here we go. Now. Soul. What's up over here? What's all this about? Interesting. It's not soul though. Move along, Brewberry, move along. Start on the 4. Right here. Yeah, so like weak lows are down in this area, this guy, and whatever this line is, I'm sure it's there for a reason. Yeah. Yep. Right. So blew right through that, hit there, never held there. That trade actually worked that day. That trade actually worked that day. Let's go down to the 10. I mean, I think almost anybody would have gotten stopped out on it, but we were streaming like right here, and I was like, man, I kind of feel like you could get away with this like right now, and it did pretty good. It did pretty good. Anyways, we were deleting this stuff, all this stuff. Get all that stuff out of the way. Let's be aware about this entire section of price. Come on, man. Let's go take a look down here. All right, so lower low, lower high, lower low. Interact with supply. Boom, boom, lower low. So yeah, I mean expectational order flow would be here before here. So be the expectational order flow. The 1 before 2. That's what we would expect to see. Here. I know I had a small order block up there, but I think I'm going to take it from there. Let's go look at our local structure on like the 2 minutes. Absolutely want a confirmation on that. I'll take an alert here. Let's see here. Volume not looking so hot currently. Currently not looking particularly hot. Yeah, I think I just want to wait for that alert. That's what I think. That's what I think. Yeah, I'll just wait for that alert. Is there any longs? Did we talk about any longs on this thing? Do we have a long down there? No. What is happening? Yeah. Yeah, we've got a long down there, right? What do we fucking do now? Where did that line go? Here we go. I'm interested in longs down there. Very high targets. Yep. Yeah, I have to give them high targets. Oh, can we look for a long as soon as here? Yeah, we probably can. Yeah, so it's probably the other. That's the other one I would look for. Let's just expand this into one larger idea. Is that better? I like that better. Yeah. What's Bitcoin doing? Yeah. Okay. Where's my alert? Computer, wake up, buddy. Come on. We're trying to do things here, my man. You gotta. I mean, I get no text message on my watch. I get no notification on my phone. Oh, never mind. My phone's being a camera right now. But it's like, dude, I set an alert for a reason. I gotta get my stop loss to break even. You bastard! Why you do this to me? Okay, where were we? What's the time? 7:47. It's 7:47. Oh yeah, we're H bar. Defiant. Hey, Defiance here. H bar XRP grass. Fun thing happened on XRP yesterday that I do want to talk about. I just thought how cool when I went to the chart this morning. What is all over this chart? What is all this junk? Go to the 4. Never closed above that, huh? Cute. Cute. don't think this looks particularly good here. Get out of here. Go away. I mean, not a hateful sign. Not a hateful sign. We are in demand. Interesting. Interesting. Why does this look like it wants to go up when everything else looks like it wants to go down? So you should transition, but then you transition bearishly. Honestly, it could fall over here. Just like everything else, it could fall over here. All right, so you transition bearishly here, and we're never able to reestablish bullish structure. There's really nothing between here and here that can break. That's just one leg of price. So you come back up to where you formed your top at, put in a wick, draw back into, you know, some manner of demand. That's maybe not my favorite looking demand, but it's nonetheless a sell to buy that broke structure from left to right that created an inefficiency on the chart, right? So you roll back into demand. What is demand supposed to do? Set a higher high. That's what it's supposed to do. But it didn't do that. Got up to the premium of this, E for premium, and then started rolling over. There's just nothing clean structurally. There's nothing clean. You're still internal to this and this. That's what I mean by there's nothing clean structurally. Those are your more relevant market structure points. Everything in here is internal. And there's not any breaks internally. There's not a, I mean, I guess you could say that's a break internally. And these are just really internal breaks. So poor read, for me, it is a, in between these two, it is a very poor read. But I would, yeah, I need this, yeah, I need breakdown, retest, boom, break up, retest, boom. I need one of those, or I need a actual transition here, or a actual transition here. And outside of that, I can't use anything in here. But did we establish like kind of where weak highs and lows are in the 4 hour? Unfortunately, yeah, I mean, you know, you have not resumed bullish 4 hour structure. So I cannot say that high is weak, but you did hold the swing low so far. So that does imply weakness there. That does imply weakness there, but I'd like to see this broken before I can say, yeah, we're likely coming here. And right on top of that is a problem. So I'm gonna say the low before the high, even though we haven't closed below the low yet. It's this area of supply at the top section of the range that makes me feel as though the bottom of the range will get hit before the top will. I think there's potential for more downside here. I think there's I don't think it makes it much more than halfway into this area here. So you know, like 17.5 cents in that area. I don't feel as though it really gets too much further through there, and I would absolutely look along the low. Yeah, that would look pretty good. That'd look pretty good. That would be a significant reduction in bearish momentum if that were to happen, because that is 7.2%, and this is 6.2%, and we saw our first significant reduction here. And so if this were to sweep that low one more time and be in and about only 1% below it, so about a 50% reduction in bearish momentum again, then I think you do have a long there. So I suppose we could pull that SL up. Yeah, which is kind of what happened on XRP. Exactly what we were talking about yesterday. So if you could sweep that low one more time and not do it with more than like 50% of the candle body close, if you could pluck it one more time, it's like I think you got a long on your hands. And that's right. That's right. We did a little shallow SFP of it one more time with less than half of the momentum that this had, and up we go. Up we go. So let's take a closer look in here. Let's see what the deal is, because this actually looks better than some of these other coins. I do have to give it a little bit of caution. I've been drawing this area. I don't know if anybody else noticed, but I've been drawing this area out on every chart that we've been to so far this morning. That's where my general concern is. I haven't broken anything so far. All you've done is come into demand, but I'm worried about this. I am a little worried about that. See volume. I'm gonna go check on BTC. It's probably doing boring things right now. Yeah. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. What's that all about, man? I mean, it's pretty risk free because that was TP1 right here. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? That's kind of interesting. I was because I was looking at XRP and I'm like, wait, what does that mean for BTC? Because I saw this and I was like, well, hold the phone. What's happening on the Bitcoin chart? Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Dang, does XRP just go up from here? Does the whole market go up from here? Oh God, that'd be so awkward. Man, that would be awkward. But I guess it's Friday, so awkward moves can definitely present on a Friday. Yeah, that's awkward. This BTC or the well, actually, I would say the XRP chart is a little bit more clear to me. I think let me zoom out a little bit. Time check again. Okay, I'm decent on time. I get some volume? That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, we can get rid of all these. These things are take up way too much space on the chart. Hmm. Man, that sucker could go up. Okay. Interesting. Legit, I feel like there's a long trade here. I think if it was earlier in the week, I'd be a little bit more interested. Um, I kind of feel like there's a long trade here. I am not comfortable enough to take that. I'm not. Nope, I'm not. I am personally not. I will take my little baby dick win for the day, and and I will not be forcing anything else. Um, but I do kind of feel like there's a long trade here. Just not one for me. Just not one for me. Hey, Alex, I can't. I don't. How do they do it in Canada? I don't think it works that way. I mean, I don't know. Call me American and throw some cheese on me, but I don't think. I don't think it works that way. I think once you're taken, and I can't marry you. Let's see here. So we talked about that. Let's talk about that. Good Morning Reaper. We looked at Soul, looked at H bar, we looked at XRP. We have not looked at Grass. I can't marry Alex. I can't because like I'm married and he's married and like I don't know. H bar and OnlyFans partnership? What? What? um, what did I miss? What were we doing? We were doing something. I missed something. Grass. Totally grass. Um, let's go back to that H chart. Let's go back to that H bar chart real quick. Where did you go? Oh yeah, we were like really internal, right? I don't even remember what I said about it. I don't even remember what I said about it. I have a green line that goes up. Did I say this goes up? I feel like I would have said it goes down. I don't know. No, but we need to zoom out a little bit more. Does take anything important on the chart? Oh, I want it to roll over one more time, huh? Hmm. Let's get rid of some stuff here. Oh, okay, okay. Well, maybe we do need to put a little bit more emphasis on the failure to close here then. Maybe that is creating weakness up here. Okay, okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Bye-bye. Boy, that is what I call some odd price action. And how I pulled profit out of that is beyond me. That is really rare. Very rare that I made out of some bullshit like that. Nope. That is a rare one for me. All right. Yeah. Well, yeah. So XRP Lord, man. Okay. H bar on Viagra. Yeah. 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 I haven't seen a day like this in a long time. Small. Yeah. Soul. I don't know, man. I don't know about that short income on Soul. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's Friday. Again, I'm not really in the mood to force too much stuff, but let's go up time frames. Well, you're about to enter a giant volume gap on Soul, so I'm not I'm not fully convinced that you're going to be shorting that thing today. Let's get this out of the way. Well, no, we'll just do a different color. That's what we'll do. Yeah, I mean it has created a gap in this area. Let's use a different color to indicate gap. What says gap? G. G says gap because it starts with, because they both start with G. Um, you're going to get up into a gap pretty soon on Soul. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Furthermore, you'll be transitioning, 2 hour plus structure to bullish here. Boom, 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 boom. You'll be transitioning like your 2 hour structure to bullish once you get up above a buck 21 ish or so. I didn't want to delete that line. If it could stay, that'd be cool. So I'd be pretty cautious about shorting. Be fairly cautious about it. Now up here in this region, 129 or so. I mean, there might be some short action to be had up there, but you could fill the screen gap pretty easily. And where is our more primary range on this? Yeah, well, I mean, it's clear out here on the daily chart. Um, it's in a very discounted price setting, and it's sitting right on top of a absolutely critical low. Um, so like if you do get a short here, no, I don't. You gotta be a little careful. You gotta be a little careful. Shorten down into discounted areas like this, and I don't know. I say this stuff, and I forget that people may not know what I mean by it. I mean you are in the bottom 25% of this range of price. That is discount, and this is premium. Um, and yes, and then furthermore, you're in the discount. If you look at this as a range of price here, you're in the discount of it as well. So little careful, I'd exercise caution on a Friday shorting in those areas. Yep, I would. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Well, bummer running along this morning. Oh well. Oh well. All right. Yep, it's past 8 o'clock for me, so I do need to get on the getting on. And thanks for coming and joining me, everybody. Yep, thanks for coming and joining me. Let's set a couple more. I'm going to set a couple more alerts on Bitcoin. Just want to make sure I have some alerts here. I'm going to take this alert and I'm going to put it. No, that's not an alert. Apparently that was okay. I'm going to take this alert. I'm going to make this an alert. Yeah. And this alert is going to say something like, long this thing. Yeah. Blowing it. And this one one here is gonna say short this thing question mark. Not that my alerts were working earlier today, so I have no reason to suspect that they will begin to work now. But you know, one can hope. One can hope. But I would say those are the next two spots that I'm interested in on the chart, and yeah, that's all. And that's all, folks. That's all, folks. Yep. Aaron, you're welcome. And Anthony Soprano, I hope you have a fantastic weekend as well. Was Powell on today? Doing a little speaky speaks? Yeah, I don't. Did we not talk about this? I'll say a couple more things, and then I'll go, if I feel like if we are to get a lower low, lower than these lows, then it's gonna have to come from here. It's gonna have to come from there, and yeah. Band-Aid, Band-Aid, Band-Aid later. Dude, I feel like Band-Aid is actually a coin. Yeah, anyways. Mark Dutch is trying to confuse me, guys. It's trying to confuse me. I don't, it doesn't work that way. Mark, it doesn't work that way. Can't do it. We can't make it official with the state anyway. Or neither. Neither. I don't think they'll let us. I don't think they'll let us. Yeah, anyways, I gotta go, guys. Adios.